Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm so happy to have back on once again Angel Dweh. He has a brand new EP on the way. It's called Scorpio EP Delights, and I'm super excited to talk to him all about it. Angel, how have you been? It's been a little while. What is new in the life?
I'm doing good. What's new is just a lot of content, music, and just being able to navigate and create a lot of these projects. Yeah.
Yeah, man, what has been keeping you inspired since the last time we spoke? It's been, let's see here, since according to my records, June 21st, 2023. So nearly 2 years. What's been fueling your creativity and drive?
I also new music, just been writing on, been doing new music, rehearsing for concert, just
Awesome.
touring and writing with other amazing co-writers and producers, and it's just working with them. It's one of the amazing part. But yeah, I've been working on the my Scorpio EP, but the Deluxe Addiction that will be out between May and June, the 2 months. So yeah,
Awesome. So I want
with
to
a
hear all
soundtrack,
about, yeah, exactly, the soundtrack.
with
So
a
I want to hear all about it because I really enjoyed the Scorpio EP, and obviously it's been a while, and this feels like a rehashing of it, something that is like an updated version. What kind of
Mhm.
spurred the idea for making something like this?
I think the idea is just gathering the original fans and the new fans. Like, okay, this is a body of work. It's a three-part project,
Okay.
So the deluxe is not part of the deluxe. It's just a partial of what's to come. Now we are working the second part of the
Yeah.
three-part project, which is the film side. You got to
Right.
work on the film side. I think I want to give people that imagery of, hey, this is the film part. This is the part two now. It's the film,
Right.
but which also gonna come with a soundtrack that's gonna be along with the film that very detailed and very joyful. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
like the typical soundtrack you listen to for a film. It's gonna be very me, very sensual, very Afro beats, very storytelling,
Yeah.
very joyful. Actually, very joyful. Yeah.
Well, so that's why I'm excited because, I would say a majority of artists out there, they put out music. And there's nothing wrong with that. Music is great. That's why we listen to musicians and artists. But the fact that you're creating a sort of film for it has me excited because I don't know what to expect. So why the film in addition to the record?
I think the film it gonna give people a different perspective of my artistry. And I think it's gonna give a lot of young independent artists that look up to me and be like, oh, if he can do it, and if he can take his time and take years to kind of put something together
Yeah.
that visualize that will be educating, they can do the same too. And also, I think it's a broader way to kind of tell my story, and
Of
kind of get
course.
my fans to look on a big screen and say, yo, watch this, like, I want my fans
Exactly.
like, I'm going,
Right.
I want, because that's one thing I learned in Hollywood when I was in Los Angeles is that you don't wait for producers to put you in their
No.
film. You write
You
you
got to
write your own
do it your
script. You write your
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
you gotta
You
put
got
your
to do it
so
yourself.
for sure. So having that training and having that educated mindset from Los Angeles is just tell me say, hey, yes, I can create a music. Yes, I can create a music video. But how about I do a different approach? How about I take my audience, my fans of all ages, you know, to where they can be comfortable in their home and watch and just watch the beauty of the music, the beauty of creating the music, and the beauty of the music productions, and the beauty of just my story, but in the comfort of the home on the screen
Exactly.
and just watching it there. And I think that's gonna be a lot of people not expecting me to do that because I know,
Yeah.
but now they're hearing it. I hope they're excited. I hope they tune in on my social platform to see all the updates that are going to be happening throughout the year and the next year too as well. Because it's a three-part project. The,
Yeah.
the music was the first part. Now we're onto the second part.
Exactly. And that's what's amazing about it is like again, I think when people listen to music, sometimes like a music video plays in their head. You know what I mean? Because the listener is getting to know you through your music, through your lyricism, kind of going through whatever your struggle is at the moment. It doesn't necessarily matter what you're writing about, it's just the story itself. So I guess I might know the answer to this question, but what was more difficult for you to make? Was it the actual film or was it making the follow up to the record?
I would say just wow, that woo, that was both. I mean, there was both difficulties though,
Of
because
course. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're
from the
different, they're
music,
different animals.
yeah, yeah, from the music perspective side, first that was just finding the rightful story to tell, and I
Sure.
think that's why the deluxe addiction gonna kind of give people more insights, like, oh, he's really having fun
Yeah.
with this record. He's really grown. There's the growth. And then for the film side, it's like, okay, we got to do this and this and this, and we got to put all the pieces together. And this is where it's like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, we got to edit. We got to do this one. We got to. So actually, I'm talking to one of the editor. I'm like, okay, we got to make sure that the trailer is it's there. It's represent
Of
the
course.
story. You know what I'm saying? The story of what the music is telling. So and then with the music videos and stuff there, so it's all gonna be so beautiful. One thing I learned is that not to rush myself, but make sure that it's
Sure.
but to make sure that when it comes out, I'm proud of it and I'm excited that it's out because when it's out, there's no taking it back. So I gotta
Exactly.
make sure when it's out, I'm proud of it.
Right. And that's the thing is it's like, people will watch this and they'll enjoy it, but the work that went into it, you'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? It's another step in your overall artistry, which I think is such a beautiful thing. So that's
Mhm.
kind of the thing is it's like, I'll let everyone know that I haven't seen it, but I have an idea because your music, it's very lyric forward. You tell these stories and they're entertaining, but you also make this music that is so catchy, man. I can't even tell you, like when I listen to your music, you infuse all these different genres. Without spoiling too
Yeah.
much, can you sort of give me an idea of what viewers can expect from the film without saying too much?
I think viewer
You
can
don't
expect
have to.
transformation.
Okay.
Transformation,
Okay. Okay.
not like transformation, but denomination. Does
Sure.
that make sense?
Yes.
Denomination, like, because you'll see the like when you watch it. For me, I love to watch films and I love to study. But I look at the transformation from the first scene to the next scene, and then I love to, like, okay, how did they transform that next scene? What
Right.
happened between those two acts?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
a lot of people don't focus on that, but you got to really focus what happened in that between those two
Yeah.
acts, and then when you get there, then you get what's going on. But it's transformation and denomination. It's those these two words I'm gonna give, because transformation, you're gonna see the transformation from the beginning of the story, and the middle section of the story, and to the end of the story. And I think this is where the soundtrack plays a huge, because oh my god, I can't wait for you to listen to the soundtrack. I
Nice.
remember I played the soundtrack for my mom, and I featured this amazing Liberian artist. His name is Leo Wayne, and the
Hmm.
soundtrack is so cool. And he kind of sang in the Liberian cry language. It was so beautiful, and that's what I'm saying, right? The soundtrack leads to an element of Act Three.
Right. Exactly. Well,
You see,
that's the most important part is,
yeah, it
again,
leads
without
to
saying
the
so
element of.
much, yeah, you have to lead the
Mhm.
people into the last part, sort of with like a
Yeah,
cliffhanger. So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, listen, I respect it. You're not just an artist, you're a filmmaker too now. I want to maybe focus just, I don't want to ask you more about the film, because I want it to be secretive. I want people to get excited once they see the trailer.
Yes,
But as for the music,
yes.
is it sort of a continuation story wise from the first?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. Because the first it's giving you that growth, that artistry. I don't know for anyone who have listened to the Scorpio though, which before we release the deluxe edition, I would say encourage everyone to listen to the actual Scorpio EP, and then
Yeah.
you got us lyrically and music transitions. Then you kind of you have an understanding of what's
Sure,
happening.
sure.
Um, and then when the deluxe comes out between I gotta pick a month. I'm still
Take your
undecisive on
time. Take your time.
because they must be running. I'm like, we're not just in February. How are we almost done with March?
I
Um,
know. I know. It's
so
crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta decide. But a lot of the new music, like will be on the deluxe, gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so inspiring, and I think, like I said, if the soundtrack gonna be out. It's gonna be a one soundtrack song, original song that is gonna be out first before the film. But
Right.
it's not. But it kind of gives that okay. The soundtrack is beautiful. It's joy. It's inspiring, but it leads up to Act Three, which is gonna be so beautiful too. Because I know there's a lot of artists that are willing from Liberia are willing to be on Act Three. It's so beautiful. I think I kind of give a lot for Act Three right there.
Nice. Well, I mean, listen, it's
But yeah,
another thing that I really enjoy about your music is like I know that you're based in the US now, correct?
yes.
Yeah, but so much of your roots come from different cultures, and you don't forget your culture, which I think is so important. Like me, I'm a boring white guy. My my culture doesn't go very deep, but it's why I enjoy, sort of world music, as it gives me an idea into other sounds and styles and genres. And consistently within your music, you create this literal world sound that invites so many people to listen to it. And it's just unbelievable the way that you do it. And I have no doubt in my mind, again, without listening, that when I do listen, you're going to infuse all those different sounds in it. Not only does it make you a better artist, but it sort of opens up your sound and your style to everyone else that wants an introduction to it. Like the first EP and all the other singles that you've listened to, I've enjoyed it all. But you continue to build and try new things, and that's so important as an independent artist. So there's no real question there. It's just more like a congratulations to you for doing this thing.
Thank
So
you.
amazing. Um, and
Thank
again,
you.
like I guess the sort of question here would be like, can listeners expect a continuation in that genre fusion of what you've made on this new record?
Yes. Yes,
Cool.
but
Perfect.
yes, but don't. Yes, but be willing to open your mind and your ears to new elements of instruments.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's all about. Because
Yep.
no, I mean, again, not to sidetrack you, but if you
Hmm.
keep making the same music over and over, it gets boring. You know what I'm saying? You need
Hmm.
to
Oh
try new
yeah.
things. Yeah, you need to try new things, do whatever you want, and break new ground for the future. And I think it's so important. So, yeah, when you say be prepared for new elements, I'm here for it because at the core of it, it's going to be you. It's going to be you doing the thing. You
Hmm.
also mentioned, I think before we started recording, that you're trying to put together live shows, correct?
Yes, we are actually on concert. We've been rehearsing. We had the
Awesome.
first cop. We have the actually we have the first Scorpio concert last December in New
Awesome.
York. Oh my gosh, it was phenomenal. Now, the second night it's happening on May 3rd in Lancaster, PA.
Cool,
Um,
cool.
Tickets is on sale as well. We are branching out to other cities and area locally
Yeah.
and out of state as well. We are definitely waiting for all the festivals email because I know they're gonna come
Yeah.
around around April or May.
Right.
That's when I always get all these festivals that in my emails like, hey, then I have to respond
Yeah.
and see if we can make time for a festival. But for sure, we are definitely hitting the roads. But definitely there will be some few artists with me that are independent as well, opening act or in collaboration. It's
Yeah.
all about pushing each other, inspiring each other. But yeah, we are on the road.
Incredible. Yeah, I mean, so much of the importance of independent music is propping each other up, collaborating, networking, getting out there. you come on my show, I'll go on your show, and just getting the name out there. It's
Hmm.
amazing, man.
Yeah.
Um, I guess at this point, I really have like one more important question for you before we wrap up. And it's like, across the film, across the new music, across everything else you're working on, is there something really important that you think people should know before they enjoy any of it? Or something that I may not have asked that you think is important for people to know?
Ooh. I think people should know that, no matter the circumstances, I'm always pushing. I'm always finding a new way to feed my fans with new music, new craft. And doesn't matter if it takes a year or two, it doesn't matter it takes, hopefully it doesn't take 5 years because I won't that long for
No,
that
no, no.
5 years, but them knowing that he has music, he has content, he has visuals, and he has this. And that courage that knows that he always gonna feed us.
Yeah,
No matter the time, no matter the year, no matter the season, we're gonna be feed with new music. And I think my fans, my audience having that mindset just set them right for something better and greater. But also, merchandise is on sale too as well on my website, and
awesome.
they can also, subscribe to my YouTube channel,
Of
which
course.
you would get the trader when you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn your notification on.
Nice.
You'll be the first few people to get that trader notification. Like it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to that.
Very cool. Angel, listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And I know it's been a while, but clearly you've been working hard. So I'm not mad at you about it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You've been doing your thing. Listen, for everyone out there, we're going to have the links so that you can listen and follow along, and obviously stay tuned as close as possible. Things are in the works right now. There's a film, there's music, there's everything. If you were ever going to pay attention to Angel, it's literally right now because everything is rolling out. And once again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time. It's always a pleasure to talk. And I'm not joking when I say this. Your work ethic inspires me because you're doing so
Thank
much
you.
and you're doing it well. So congratulations to you, and I'm really excited to hear more and see more.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. In that case, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Stay busy and we'll talk soon.
Sure.
Awesome. Take care, man. See you later.
Take care.
Bye bye.